I'm Maria Menounos, and you're tuned in to AfterBuzz TV, the ESPN of TV talk. Now, let the buzz begin.
What's up, everyone? Welcome to the American Idol After Show. We're talking Season 18, Episode 8, Hollywood Week, the solo round, Survival of the Fittest. I'm one of your hosts, Lisa Masi, a Day One original American Idol fan, going way back to the Kelly Clarkson time. And I'm joined by my fantastic co-host, our technical music expert, Mr. Humza Khan. How you doing, Humza?
I'm great. Thank you so much for having me. I feel a little empty right now because we're missing our third wheel, our best wheel, Trina. I feel bad for her, but I'm happy to be here with you. And let's see if we can go ahead and talk about this episode.
Yes, we miss you, Trina. We'll see you next week.
Yeah, she had to be out, just so everyone knows. She's definitely the driver of our ship, so we're going to try to steer the ship without her. But she's out and she wasn't feeling that well. Not coronavirus related. She's going to be okay. She'll be back next week.
Absolutely. Yes. Thank you. We have so much to talk about tonight. We're going to discuss our favorite performances, surprises of the night, and Trina's choice. Since she can't be here tonight, maybe some artists she's been wanting to see all along. What a bad night for her to not be here. There's definitely some people.
This was her episode. This was her
right?
episode. Good
Exactly.
one, right?
Of course, she's not here tonight.
Of course.
Humza has a special segment for us, and I have some fun news and gossip about what the idols are doing while they're home social distancing. Then we have some predictions about what's coming up in the future. It'll be in Hawaii, filmed in Hawaii as of next week. So a lot to talk about. What are your overall thoughts, Humza?
This was a really fun episode. I liked it. I think I like the solos better than the duets because they get to really shine. And I know the drama and stuff is a lot of fun when you watch these competition shows, and it's fun to see what's going to happen and get all intense. But I overall like to watch the show for the singing. And when people are able to perform at their best, it's a lot more fun for me. So the solo week actually did it for me this week.
I agree with you. Yeah, I like it more too. I feel like when they're doing the duets, like we talked about yesterday, sometimes they don't agree on song choices or genres. So I agree. Yeah, I like this better too because you can really see each individual singer shine. So
yeah, and a lot of them did shine though. A lot of them did shine this time around.
Exactly. Well, I want to get started talking about some of our favorite performances of the night.
Yes.
Genevieve Linkowski, Miss Genevieve Linkowski, whose sister passed. What did you think of her performance tonight?
I don't think she's had a bad performance yet, in my opinion. I like everything about her. I love her voice. I like how she can do the powerful singing and the powerful notes and everything when she needs to. But she has a little subtleties between and within her voice that I really like. And I think she knows her voice very well. She has little tricks here and there that she does, and I'm starting to pick up on it. That she does pretty often, and that's what's making me a fan of hers. I think she really knows what she's doing, and she's making her sister proud. That's all I can say because she's doing a great job.
I agree. And I think it was so great that she did In My Blood by Shawn Mendes about her not giving up. And I know it's hard for her. I think it was this round last year that she was cut after. So for her to come back last year or the year before, but for her to come back and do this in honor of her sister. Yeah, I agree. I think that was an amazing.
And killed it. Killed it. She came back
Absolutely.
And proved herself.
Yes, absolutely. Oh, next we have Mr. Franklin Boone. You know what struck me about him? He's so humble. He's one of my favorites. And he kept making this comment about how he wasn't sure he made it this far. He's introverted and shy. But the judges have actually compared him to Alejandro, the runner-up from last season. I think he's so good. He's got that gravel to his voice. And it's amazing that he doesn't know how good he is.
Yeah, he kind of reminds me a bit of myself, where I feel like you see the world around you and you see what everyone's picking up and everyone's enjoying and the type of entertainment people like. And when I think of myself, I don't think of myself as fitting into those little different genres and whatnot. So I understand where he's coming from. He has a very unique way of singing. His voice is very, very strong for how soft it is at times. And I think that he doesn't realize that his uniqueness is what's making him special. And I think it's because he's looking at what else is out there and just kind of what we all do this day and age with Instagram and stuff, compare ourselves to other people. And that's been his downfall. And Alejandro and him had a great moment where he said to himself, always be yourself. It's always the best thing. I mean, hands down, best advice, be yourself. And when yourself is good enough, it'll shine through.
Yes, absolutely. Yeah, that was great advice. I agree. So what about, I know you love Sophia Wackerman. What did you think of her tonight?
Oh, she was star for the night. Oh my God. Okay. So I know you guys have been asking, like, what do you want to see next week? And I'm like, there's something that's missing. There's something I want to hear. There's a performance I want to go on. And with Sophia Wackerman, I thought we were going to call her Sophia Star after her mom. I'm not sure if we're going to continue that. I think they're going to go back to Wackerman, but she did it. She did the thing I wanted her to do. She hit the songs, the notes of the songs, the high notes, the ending on a very high note, belting the songs out. And she made me actually feel the song. And this is the first one I felt since the beginning of the show that reminded me of the older American Idol and what I really liked about the performances within what she was doing. So she was my star of the night, Sophia Star of the night.
Wow, I like that. You're Sophia Star of the night.
Yeah.
I love that. I agree. I liked how, so, she had the singer-songwriter vibe before she did her original song. She was so different today. She had this diva vibe, was not behind a piano, just got up and sang that song Somewhere. It was so different than how she's performed before. So I think it was cool to see that she can do different things. It's not just the singer-songwriter vibe.
She trusted herself. And you know what's funny? Also, remember how we were talking about the first episode, how there's so many original songwriters, and the judges point out that they didn't want original songs at this point. They're like, be careful. And then we saw a few previews of what the disasters of an original songs could be. So it was kind of weird because at this point I was like, I love the original songs. And at this point I'm like, all right, let's stop the original songs and go into things that people like to hear, because then they can really compare about whether you're singing well or not.
Yeah, good point. And she did that very well. Very well.
Yeah.
All right, another one of our favorites, Louis Knight today. What did you think of him?
Oh my God. I don't know. I like Louis Knight, of course I did, but his parents, man. His parents made me so happy. The way they were bawling their eyes out for him. Oh my God. I felt their joy. I felt their happiness. I felt everything they were feeling. And it's just, geez, why can't all parents be like that? Like, that's parenting right there. Parenting right there. Adulting and parenting all in one. The parents win for the night.
Absolutely. I agree with you. And I think too, how like sometimes people can sing and it's like they don't believe what they're singing. Every word of what he was singing, you could tell he felt to his core. It's such a difference between someone just singing a song and being a true artist. And I think that's why the judges even said afterwards, even though his voice was tired, they didn't feel it was his best performance. It's still beautiful. And so much of that came from the emotion, that he had while singing it.
Again, going back to Alejandro's advice, be yourself, right? That he was being authentic. He was being himself. He was showing him truly who he is. And that's why as an artist, it always will come out looking better on the other side.
Absolutely. I wonder what he's going to do next. He's so interesting, the choices that he makes.
That's what makes an American Idol. People don't understand that. It's not just how good you look and how well you can sing and what songs you choose. It's about like keeping people captivated and having people wanting to follow you and being that ability to pull like a mass of fans around you, And if he keeps us guessing, we love seeing him. He's one of there's a lot of people coming and going. I'm not sure about you, Lisa, but he's one of the few people whose names I remember throughout the whole thing. Every time I hear his name, like, I know exactly who that guy is.
Absolutely. Yeah. And like you said, there's so many contestants and these shows have been going so quickly. There's certain names of people that are just, that stand out to you. And Louis Knight is definitely one of those people.
Yeah,
I agree.
Absolutely.
Humza, did you want to say something to the viewers who are joining us tonight?
Well, I know everyone's inside and doing absolutely nothing, and I'm happy that a lot of you guys are still watching and following us along every week. We thank you for watching us here at AfterBuzz TV. Make sure you subscribe, like, and comment below. We are still continuing videos going forward, so we still have next week, Sunday and Monday, that we're going to be doing these podcasts. And then hopefully by that time, some of this coronavirus stuff will be over, and then American Idol will be filming again, and we can continue to do these shows. But to stay alerted, subscribe.
Yes. Thank you. Thank you for that, Humza, and thank you for watching. We really appreciate it. All right, let's talk about some surprises. I don't know about you, but Jovan Webb surprised me. I love him. He's always one of my favorites, the bluesy, raspy. The reason he surprised me was he said back home in Louisiana, he's used to performing with a live band. So he felt the most comfortable. I know he said he felt he really shined in this performance. For myself personally, just my opinion, I like him better when he's just stripped down, him and his guitar, bluesy. It's interesting to me that he said that him with the band behind him is more in his element, because I like him better when it's just him and his guitar. I don't know. That was a surprise for me.
That's because you're a fan of his voice. You're a fan of his singing, as you should be, because I am too. The dude is very, very, very talented. I get what he's saying when he says comes to the band behind him, because you could listen to the beat of the drums and the way the melody is going, and you could feel the music, and the audience is also dancing along. Plus, there's a little bigger room for error there, right? Because he can kind of mess up, the band will pick up for him. Whereas when you're by yourself on the stage, it's just you and your vocals, smallest little notes, mishaps, and everyone's going to catch it. But with a voice like his, I would never be worried. He should always go a cappella if he needs to.
Very, very true. Yeah, very true. So what about Miss Lauren Massetti? Now, Lauren Massetti was the one, she's interesting to me. She's a surprise to me also because I don't know how she hasn't been discovered. Now, her boyfriend is the one who's the famous country songwriter and producer. And she's so phenomenal. And her boyfriend's already in the industry. It blows my mind that she's not already a professional singer.
Right.
Sang her original song tonight, God Made a Woman, and she dedicated it to her Nana. If Trina was here tonight, I think she would have been choked up during this. I was thinking of her because,
yes, tearjerkers.
I love her. I've loved her since day one. She's got that old school Patsy Cline voice, and then this original song was so beautiful. But she was a surprise for me because everyone was using the band, and she chose not to, which is something I wish Jovan had done. But I thought she did amazing.
Nana's so supportive. The Nana was so supportive. I loved her. She's like, you could tell she was happy that she got a chance to see this before, she was talking about she may not be here too long. Who knows, Nana, you can live forever, and she got a chance to see her perform, which was great. And I like the fact that she chose to do it without the band. The song choice she went, her softness of her voice and everything worked well for her. It was a smart decision on her end. And you're right. She comes off as like a professional country singer already. It's surprising that she's not already been picked up, You think she'd have a little, like maybe do this here, tweak this there. But no, you're right. She seems like she's already like bred up to do this.
I agree. And how is her boyfriend? Not gotten her in there yet,
Yeah, true. Well, you know what? If she's any kind of respected artist, which I feel like she is, she probably doesn't want that. She probably wants to make sure that she can stand on her own and get on her own merit.
Exactly. And we're glad her doing it this way. We're able to enjoy her music, the
Correct.
process and everything.
Right.
So.
Which is the main point.
Yes, absolutely. So another surprise, Just Sam. Can you believe what happened to her tonight? Poor thing.
She's Just Sam, man. She can't catch a break.
I know.
Every episode, it's something. I swear, if she was a superhero, she'd be part of the Avengers because they can't catch a break either. It's always the end of the world for her, but somehow she survives. Yes. I love that girl. She brings me so much. Like every time I know Just Sam's coming up, I'm like, this is gonna be an exciting segment. Let's watch. That's one thing I love about her. She delivers.
Absolutely. Gosh, I agree. She has been through more struggles than anyone in this competition, I feel like. But boy, when she steps on that stage and turns it on, she is confident. She was smiling. Did you notice she was looking the judges right in the eyes when she was singing? Boy, she can put any ailment she has aside and put on a show. She was singing for her life.
She was Samantha while she was sick, and then she was Just Sam when she got on stage. She changed. That alter ego came in, Yeah,
I like that. Absolutely. That's a very good point. Yeah, Just Sam, always killing it. And what about Michaela Brownlee? That was a surprise too. Another poor thing, hunched over in pain. Who knew that she had this disorder that could cause seizures? How scary right before she's about to start performing.
It was insane watching it because I'm a baby when I'm in pain, right? And if I'm in pain, I don't even want people around me. So I can only imagine what she was dealing with, knowing, okay, in a few, I have to go up there and perform. I'm dying right now. There's all these people around me, and the cameras keep zooming in and out, and you know how annoying that could get. I'm so happy she pushed through and she went ahead and still performed. Kudos to her, man. I don't know how she did that.
I agree. And how scary. The judges were scared. I mean, they really didn't know the extent to what happened. Thank goodness, her dad was there for her. I found it really interesting. The song that she performed was so sweet and beautiful. It was almost a whisper. It was so soft and lovely. It's unbelievable to me that she could get her voice that soft and tender after this terrifying ordeal. Here she just came back and had this really scary health issue. And then her voice was just so soft and sweet. She really pulled it out. She was
and I always give kudos to anyone that can go up there and sing such like a soft kind of a sound versus belting and Frozen's Let It Go or whatever, And the reason I always respect that is because belting songs and singing loud and hitting those high notes, if you hit them right, they're a sure win. But they're all kind of tricks at the end of the day. Whereas if you're able to really control your voice and deliver the notes and captivate people like you and I, that's bravo to her. That's even better.
And coming from you, the technical expert that knows how difficult it is to control your voice that way.
It's very difficult. And it's the lower notes that are much more difficult to register than the higher ones.
Oh, interesting. Oh, wow. Gosh.
Breath control, yeah, it's crazy.
Gosh. One of these days, Humza, one of these days we'll hear you sing.
we'll, we'll do a snip. You know what, Trina, come back and we're duetting next week, okay?
Yes, you heard it.
We're doing it. We're what is it? I can show you the world, Aladdin. We're gonna do Aladdin and Jasmine. Let's
Oh,
do it.
there you go. All right, let's talk about Trina's choice. I love that you coined this term, Trina's choice,
Trina's
because
choice.
Trina wanted to hear from these artists today. She wanted to hear this type of music, and of course, it
Yeah.
happened today.
What she said? She said to us, if Arthur does not show up tonight, she won't be recording this podcast.
Right.
Well, Arthur is about to be disappointed because she stood him up on our podcast tonight. So I'm not sure if he'll ever forgive her, but I do know that this episode was for her, and that's why we need to do this Trina's choice.
Absolutely. So speaking of Arthur Gunn, how did you think he did?
God, I love Arthur, man. That guy is so he's cool. That's a cool guy.
Yeah.
I like he knows himself. He made an arrangement for the band, and when they said it was too difficult for them to pick up that quickly, at that moment, the way his face looked, I knew he's like a musical genius. Because I know what he's thinking, and he tried to put that together, and he probably thinks, and I guarantee it would have been phenomenal if they had time to pick it up and learn it. But they didn't have a chance to do so, and he still killed it, in my opinion. Only one thing, and I have to critique it just a little bit because I had this thought, and if I have this thought, I have to say it. I want to see him do something a little bit different next time. I get that voice is there, the growl is there, everything's good. Let's hear something a little different, because a CD that's going to have just that sound over and over again may not be the best to listen to from beginning to the end. I need a little bit of variety when it comes to him.
Okay. Very good point. I see what you mean, especially because this is a song that he's done before. And even if you do look at his social media, this is a song he covers quite a bit on there too. So I see what you mean, like mix it up, do something different. I mean, he can do this so well.
Right.
I did think it was cool though, that it shows what an artist he is. Again, making these different arrangements. I mean, him telling the band, this is how I want you to do it. It's never been done before. I mean, it was so much for them to learn. They couldn't learn it in that amount of time. That's really speaking to his skill as an artist. I mean, that's impressive.
It had to be intricate.
Yeah. And then even when he stripped it down again, and it was just him and his guitar, it was a totally different rendition. We've never heard the song sung that way either. Yeah, he is so talented on so many levels.
He's a smart kid. I know he knows what he's doing. I would always trust him when it comes to music.
Yes. And Trina, we know you were loving it, where you're watching it. And
yeah, she's the only reason she's not here is because them two are probably out on a date right now or something.
Right.
And she's standing us up for him.
Yes. Wasn't she talking about their wedding vows last night?
Something like that. Yeah.
Another thing that Trina's been asking for forever is for people to cover Lizzo. And we had 2 contestants tonight cover Lizzo. Two, I know. Sorry, Trina. Both Perrin York and Michaela Phillips covered Lizzo. How did you think they did? I thought, I love Michaela Phillips, but I think Perrin York did a little bit better. This wasn't the right song for Michaela Phillips, I think.
Well, that's exactly what the judges said, and that's exactly how I felt when she first said she was going to sing a Lizzo song. I feel like Michaela killed it. I think Michaela did a great job. She made me see a different side of her. She was a little bit more, it was like she said, a little bit more fun. And I kind of feel like if she went the same route, we'd be saying, oh, she needs to switch it up a bit. And she switched it up a bit, and now we're like, she went to a song choice that we didn't want her to sing. I personally love Michaela's. I don't see anything wrong with it. Maybe I'm wrong. Who knows?
No, that's good. Yeah, that is really good that you liked it. I have to say I agree with the judges. I mean, it is hard to do Lizzo. She has such a range from those low notes to the high notes. And I just felt like Michaela didn't have quite the same range Lizzo did. I mean, but who am I to talk? Like, she's covering a Lizzo song. I mean,
true.
But hey, she did better than I could. I'll tell you.
Yeah, I guess if you wanted to compare it to how Lizzo does it, then absolutely I could see why I see the comparison there for sure. I was just talking about for her own sake and making it her own. I think she did a pretty good job with that.
Yeah, I agree. I like your positivity.
Trying to keep it positive in this world right now. It's the only thing we have.
Absolutely.
I mean, I just spent. Hold on. Today I spent about an hour on eBay bidding for toilet paper that I won for $50.
Oh.
Yes. At the end of it, I was like, "What am I doing?" Started at $12. We're going, and like, I need toilet paper. And $50 later, and I'm gonna have it delivered on Monday.
Wow! Well, congratulations on winning. I think
that's a win for me. We're gonna be positive for the rest of the month, rest of the year. Positivity.
Right. Absolutely. Oh, what do you have for us for a special segment today?
So we saw that finally people are getting eliminated and eliminated in chunks as it seemed. I think there was out of 3 rooms, one of them, the entire room got eliminated, not even a few people from there. So with that being said, I know one particular person in my mind was someone I wanted to keep, but I wanted to hear from both you and Trina. Trina's not here, so Lisa, just you. Who's someone that got eliminated that you feel like didn't deserve to be eliminated, or if you could save them and bring them back, who would it be?
That's a really good segment. I like that question. Chanel Masonette. So she performed with Just Sam last night. And, that was one of my favorite performances of the night when they were singing to each other, the powerhouses. I loved her. I know she had a little bit of a rough night tonight. She wasn't hitting all the notes, but she's so talented. And I'll forever remember that duet that she did with Just Sam last night. And it's so hard to see her go the night after that performance because it was so incredible. Everyone has a rough night and the whole song wasn't bad. There were just parts.
Right.
If I could save her and bring her back, I would love to see Chanel Masonette come back. I think I'm pronouncing that correctly.
Yeah, I think you're saying it right. And that's a good choice too on your end, because that's one of the ones that I feel like they can really put some power behind, some coaching behind, and they can make her into a star if they wanted to.
I agree.
It's unfortunate that she got eliminated because she is so talented. And if she had a few hiccups, I don't feel like she deserved to go home for it, but maybe we'll see her again.
I hope so.
For me personally, it was Jimmy Levy. And the only reason why is because I feel like the guy has such potential when it comes to his voice. His voice is so unique and different and powerful. I don't think he knows what he's doing when it comes to himself. I don't think he knows himself. He hasn't found himself yet. He doesn't know his voice. He doesn't know who he is. He doesn't know what to create. And that's kind of what the judges are not seeing. And if the right people get their hands on him, I feel like he can be a star. Absolutely. It may not be the right time for him right now in American Idol, but if I could save him, I would, because I feel like some of the coaching that comes up next could really benefit him.
That's a good one too. I wish we could save both of them.
I know. Maybe we could do our own American Idols rejects version of, AfterBuzz Idols or something. I
like that.
Bring everyone together. Go ahead.
Let's pull the garbage man into that too. Remember
the garbage man? Oh yeah, the garbage man. Okay, cool. Let's start making a list, and let's circle back to this at the end of the season and see who we would have thought would have gone far.
I like it. Since things are kind of shaken up this season anyway, who knows? Maybe we'll make it happen.
Well, they were like, we watched this so much. Lisa and Humza advocated so much for these two that we had to bring them back on American Idol. That's what's going to happen.
Yes, I like it. You heard it here first.
Yep.
All right. Well, I've got some news for you today.
Yay. Your news is always the best.
Thank you. Well, with so many people at home and on social media right now, we're seeing a lot of different ways people are entertaining themselves. Former American Idol judge Harry Connick Jr. has actually started his own show at home called Hunker Down with Harry. Isn't that cute? Hunker Down with Harry.
I like it.
He takes questions from fans, chats about various topics, and performs live. He dedicates all his shows to the healthcare professionals who are risking their lives every day to keep us safe. You can check him out on YouTube and Instagram. I think that's such a cute name. Hunker Down with Harry.
Hunker Down with Humza. I'm going to do that next.
Hey, I like it. Yes. Another former American Idol judge, Steven Tyler, posted a throwback photo of himself dressed as an astronaut from the 1998 movie Armageddon, which is band Smith, of course, had a big hit for that soundtrack. And he put #quarantine life for Armageddon. I don't know. What do you think?
I guess because the astronauts may have been isolated. I don't know what he meant by that. Because maybe just the hazmat suits, or the astronaut suits are like hazmat suits. But funny story about that, actually, Steven Tyler and Aerosmith. That's because when I came to the country, we were in 1990s, and that's how I got introduced to Aerosmith. That was the first song of theirs I ever heard. Was that "Don't Want to Miss a Thing" from Armageddon movie, and I didn't know they were a band. And then I'm like, oh, they're a band, and started listening to more of their music.
Hey guys, this is Brianna in the booth over here. I think just possibly, and I might be wrong on this, but I'm guessing he's doing it because when you're an astronaut, you're kind of like in quarantine. You're stuck in the spaceship.
Right. Yeah.
Isolated from everybody. Yeah.
Exactly.
So.
Yeah.
So that's my thoughts on it.
Good call. Agreed. That's probably exactly what it is too.
Yes. So that, quarantined in a spaceship. The majority of the current Idol contestants have actually been on social media daily, either posting on their stories, performing, or going live with other contestants and chatting with fans. So many of them are online, it's hard to keep up. Literally every day, all the Idol contestants are on there doing something. Julia Gargano and Sophia Wackerman have been on there a lot. It's really cute to see them talk back and forth, sing, chat with fans. Michaela Phillips and Olivia Jimenez have been on there too. And actually, Olivia gave an amazing performance today on her Instagram Live. Really good. I suggest checking that out. It's great.
Smart on them.
Absolutely. And Ren Patrick, one of our favorites from last night, who got let go. She'd been in a toxic relationship and her mom was there for her. She actually gave a performance on Instagram Live today too that was so good. And she's definitely showing us what we're going to be missing since she was cut from the show. But it was really good to see Ren Patrick give this final performance for her fans that are following her online.
Yay, Ren. I missed it. I'm going to have to check it out afterwards.
Yes, check it out. She's so talented. Wish she was still on the show.
Oh.
But so everyone's staying busy, doing a lot of things. There's definitely a lot of entertainment on social media.
Definitely is.
If you want to check them out. So what do you think? Predictions. We're starting in Hawaii next week. We're down to the top 40. What do you think is going to happen?
I think now we're going to see some hearts being broken. Now we're going to start seeing some tears. We're going to see some cuts. We're going to see the judges having to struggle with who they're going to cut. We're going to see a lot of arguments between the judges. Now the fun begins. And this is what I'm really, really looking forward to. I was waiting for this moment to start chopping people down. Let's get to the top 10 so we can really drill down and find out who American Idol is.
Yeah, I agree. It'll be interesting to see. I guess they're going to be performing on the beach. So that'll just be a cool change in scenery to see.
Mm-hmm.
And I believe then they're cutting down to the top 20. I think the next 2 episodes in Hawaii will take us down to the top 20.
Wow.
So yeah, it'll be interesting to see who survives this round and then what they're going to do after that. Everyone's been so active on social media, all the contestants. I really think, I know I said this before, fingers crossed the Idol does something new. Since we're all tuning in remotely to watch them anyway, why not keep the show going?
Right. I'm not sure if anyone's watching wrestling out there, but WWE, they keep putting on shows with no audience members. And, people have their opinions about it, but the show must go on, man.
Absolutely. Yes. You heard it here. Come on, please, Idol. Well, Humza, where can everyone find you online?
Well, it's time to sign off. Instagram and Twitter, it's same Humza_Mania. Humza's HUMZA_Mania, MANIA. Instagram and Twitter, and obviously weekly here on AfterBuzz TV, American Idol panel.
Yes. And you can find me, Lisa Masi, on Instagram at Lisa MASI. Lisa 2 M's ASI. So thank you all so much for watching us. And we missed you, Trina.
Trina Dong. We can find her at Hey Trina Dong. Hey Trina Dong.
Thank you, Humza. Yes. And you will see Trina next week too. So thank you all for watching us, and we will see you next week to talk about American Idol in Hawaii. Top 40,
aloha.
Baby. Aloha. Stay safe and healthy, everyone.
Our founder, Keven Undergaro, and me, Maria Menounos, would like to thank you for tuning in to AfterBuzz TV. Remember, we're not just the first, we're the biggest in the world, and we're the only destination for all your favorite TV shows. Whatever you crave, we've got it. So go to AfterBuzzTV.com and check out our lineup. Buzz you later.
The views expressed herein are those of the hosts only and do not necessarily reflect the views of AfterBuzz TV or its owners or principals.